He laughed through my assault testimony, thinking no one would hold him accountable, until the detective humiliated him in court. But I didn't stop there. I exposed him completely, and what happened next left the entire room in shock. The courtroom, a place for justice, can sometimes feel like a stage for cruelty. The fluorescent lights of the courtroom hummed, casting a harsh glow on the faces of those gathered. My voice, though trembling, was clear as I recounted the night that had shattered my world. Every word was a struggle, a reliving of the terror, the humiliation, the pain. And through it all, he sat there, across the room, a smirk playing on his lips, occasionally letting out a soft, derisive chuckle. There's a twist in the story that no one knows about. So stay in the story. A perpetrator's arrogance can be a chilling display of power. His laughter was a physical blow, a chilling reminder of his belief in his own impunity. He thought he was untouchable, that his wealth and influence would shield him from any consequences. His eyes, devoid of remorse, met mine, a silent challenge that fueled the fire in my gut. He truly believed no one would hold him accountable. The quiet strength of a detective can be a beacon of hope. But he hadn't accounted for Detective Miller. She sat beside me, a silent, unwavering presence throughout my testimony. Her gaze was sharp, missing nothing, and a quiet determination emanated from her. I had seen it in her eyes during our first meeting, a promise of justice that had kept me going through the darkest days. The tables can turn with a single, well-placed question. The cross-examination began, and his lawyer, a slick, condescending man, tried to dismantle my credibility. But then, Detective Miller rose. Her voice, calm and steady, cut through the courtroom's tension. "Mr. Davies," she began, addressing the defendant, "can you explain why your phone records show multiple calls to a burner phone registered to an alias immediately after the alleged incident?" The unraveling of a lie can be a slow, agonizing process. His smirk faltered. He stammered, his eyes darting nervously. The burner phone. It was a detail I hadn't known, a piece of the puzzle Detective Miller had meticulously uncovered. The courtroom leaned forward, sensing a shift in the tide. His carefully constructed facade began to crack, revealing the fear beneath the arrogance. Humiliation, when deserved, can be a powerful tool for justice. Detective Miller continued, presenting irrefutable evidence of his attempts to silence witnesses, to destroy evidence, to manipulate the narrative. Each piece of evidence was a hammer blow to his carefully crafted image. His face, once smug, now contorted with a mixture of anger and disbelief. He was being humiliated, exposed for the coward he truly was. Right there in front of everyone, justice, once a distant dream, can begin to feel within reach. The judge's gavel struck, and the courtroom erupted in a murmur. He was visibly shaken, his bravado completely gone. The detective had done her part, laying bare his deceit. But I wasn't finished. This wasn't just about a conviction. It was about ensuring he could never harm anyone again. True exposure goes beyond the courtroom walls. I had spent months gathering my own evidence, not just for the trial, but for something more. I had connected with other survivors, women he had silenced, women he had threatened. We had built a network, a collective voice that refused to be ignored. And now, it was time to unleash it. The power of collective truth can be an unstoppable force. As the verdict was read, a hush fell over the room. Guilty. A wave of relief washed over me, but it was quickly replaced by a surge of adrenaline. I stood up, my voice stronger than ever, and began to speak. I didn't just speak about my assault. I spoke about all of his victims, detailing their stories, their pain, their courage. I revealed the existence of our network, the evidence we had compiled, the patterns of his predatory behavior. The ultimate shock is the realization that true accountability has arrived. I pulled out my phone, and with a single tap, I released everything. A website meticulously built, filled with testimonies, evidence, and a call to action. The room erupted. Gasps, murmurs, the frantic clicking of reporters' cameras. His face, already pale, turned ashen. He looked around, his eyes wide with terror, realizing that his reign of impunity was truly over. What happened next left the entire room in shock, as the collective weight of his victims' voices, amplified by the digital age, crashed down upon him, turning his world upside down.